At the sports gym in the locker room, Liu Kaiming told him that it's been a while since they had a practical combat lesson. As Lu Sheng changes his clothes, Liu Kaiming notices his body, and he can't believe that Lu Sheng will achieve a muscular body in a few days. Lu Sheng told him that he was working out, and he noticed his hair growing longer and decided to trim it when he had time. Liu Kaiming concludes that Lu Sheng works hard to get the girl's attention. Lu Sheng lets him know that he is not like him, and they leave the locker room to go to the gym. At the gym, the students gathered. In the middle of them, wearing a gray jacket with a combination of light blue and scars on his arm, is their practical combat instructor Zhang Zhenguo. Liu Kaiming informed him that Zhang is a rank 2 martial artist, and he got his scars on a battlefield while facing the beasts. Zhang told them they would review the basic combat techniques they learned in class. Looking at their instructor, Lu Sheng realizes that Zhang's technique is too simple and unrefined. The things he absorbed from his dream are much better compared to their instructor's teaching. After showing the basic combat, Zhang called one of the student named Yang Yifei to demonstrate what he had learned. As he walked, the girl student was astonished by his appearance, and they praised him for being handsome and the strongest in their class. While the girl is flinging, Liu Kaiming is disappointed because Yang Yifei always takes the spotlight. Liu Kaiming knows Yang Yifei is rich and handsome and got himself the best pills, and his health status is getting close to 1.2. Liu Kaiming assumes that their teacher always plays favorites with students because of their status and that people like them are nothing. In his mind, Lu Sheng wanted to agree with his friend's statement, but that was before. Now that he knows his ability, he is prepared to grab them all with his own hands. After the demonstration, Zhang commends Yang Yifei and informs him that he has some balance issues and plans to teach him to correct his balance the next time. Zhang told him he would call some students to spar with him. Yang Yifei thanked him, but in his mind, he disagreed with his teacher's advice. He also belittles his teacher for having a low-ranked martial art compared to his family. Zhang asks the students if any one of them is willing to spar with Yang Yifei. The students are all silent because they know the capabilities of Yang Yifei, and no one bothers to spar with him. Zhang realized that every time this happened, the student was shriveling away. The school may teach them the basics, but once they join the military, only a handful will be walking the path. He also knows that the student is saying that he is playing favorites. Before he finishes his thought, he notices the eyes of Lu Sheng. Those eyes belong to someone who has undergone truly arduous training. Zhang pointed at him and commanded him to stand up and come. Liu Kaiming warns his friend and advises him to back off. He reminds him that they will be doing an exam soon. However, Lu Sheng is confident and tells his friend that he trains so hard that there is nothing to worry about. Zhang instructs them they only have 10 minutes to spar, always remember their safety first, and never forget his teaching. As they faced each other, the teacher gave the signal to start. Zhang noticed that Lu Sheng showed no fear and kept his cool. He asked Lu Sheng about his health status the last time he was tested. Lu Sheng replied that it was 0.8. Zhang realized that Lu Sheng's status was very low. He reminds Lu Sheng to pay attention to his strength and get ready to fight. Before they fight, Yang Yifei asks if he pays attention to their teacher and warns him that if he falls, don't use his arm because he might put pressure on his bone. Instead, he should protect his vitals, especially the head. Lu Sheng thanked him for his advice and told him he was ready. Yang Yifei quickly attacks using his fist, and a yellow and black aura can be seen. The students' mouths get wide open at what they witnessed. Yang Yifei, on the other hand, as he got closer, he ridiculed and belittled Lu Sheng inside his mind, saying a pushover like Lu Sheng deserves embarrassment, and victory belongs to the strongest like him. He was surprised that his fist punched only the air. On the other hand, Lu Sheng dodges his attack. His eyes become white with a blue aura, and his fist looks like it is gathering wind aura. He launches his attack and directly hits the face of the arrogant student. A blue and bounce away effect can be seen. His classmates were shocked. A smoke emerged from his face like a burning cigarette. Zhang rushes toward him to check his condition. As they all look at our protagonist, they can't believe that, using only one punch, he knocks out their strongest classmate. But it looks like Lu Sheng was also surprised that Yang Yifei would be knocked out with only one punch. As the teacher still holds the unconscious Yang Yifei, all the students are still in shock and can't believe Lu Sheng defeated Yang Yifei with a single punch. Their instructor shouted at them and ordered them to call the teacher from the nurse's office. When the nurse arrived, they immediately put Yang Yifei on the stretcher. Lu Sheng called his teacher and apologized for what he did. He explained that he didn't manage to control his strength. Zhang looked at him with a fierce eye and patted him on the shoulder, saying that injuries are inevitable during combat. He doesn't have to worry about Yang Yifei because his injury isn't severe. He asks Lu Sheng to come with him to the office for a discussion. Before they leave, Lu Sheng asks Liu Kaiming to help him inform their next teacher. As they leave, Liu Kaiming is frozen and wonders how Lu Sheng manages to defeat Yang Yifei, whose health status is 1.22, using a single punch. He is confused if he is still the Lu Sheng that he